What if everything you think you know about this team is only half the story? Because behind every great football nation, there are moments of glory, hidden struggles, and decisions that changed history forever. And today, we are going to explore a question that millions of football fans around the world have wondered. How did Argentina, a nation that waited 36 agonizing years between World Cup titles, finally reclaim its place at the summit of world football? And what role did one extraordinary man play in making that happen? This is the story of Argentina. This is the story of glory, heartbreak, identity, and destiny. And at the center of it all, number 10, Leo Messi. Argentina is not just a football team, it is a religion, a way of life, a national identity wrapped in blue and white stripes. With over 45 million passionate fans at home and hundreds of millions more around the world, the Argentine national team, known as La Albiceleste, carries a weight that few nations in football truly understand. They are one of only 8 countries to have ever won the FIFA World Cup, and they have done it, as of 2022, 3 times. But the path to that third star was anything but straightforward. Argentina's football story begins in the late 19th century. When British railway workers introduced the sport to Buenos Aires, the game took root immediately. It grew in the streets, the barrios, the dusty pitches of South America, and it grew fast. By the early 20th century, Argentina had already established itself as one of the dominant forces in South American football. Winning multiple Copa America titles throughout the 1920s and 1930s, their style, technical, fluid, creative, became their signature. But it was 1978 that changed everything. On home soil, in a tournament still wrapped in controversy due to the political climate of the era, Argentina won their first FIFA World Cup. Cesar Luis Menotti's team played with a flowing, attacking philosophy. Mario Kempes was lethal. The crowds were electric. And for the first time, Argentina stood on top of the world. 4 years later, in 1982, they fell in Spain, humbled and beaten, but the fire never left. Then came 1986, and with it, a man who would alter football forever. In Mexico City at the Azteca Stadium, Diego Armando Maradona delivered what many still call the greatest individual World Cup performance in history. The hand of God, the goal of the century, both in the same quarter-final match against England. Argentina went on to lift the World Cup again, with Maradona at its absolute heart. He was more than a player. He was Argentina's soul-made flesh. A street kid from Villa Fiorito who carried an entire nation on his genius, on his will, on his flawed and brilliant heart. After Maradona, Argentina continued to compete at the highest level, reaching the 1990 World Cup final, the 2014 World Cup final. But the trophy remained elusive for 3.5 decades. Something was missing, or rather, someone was waiting. There is perhaps no story in modern sport more emotionally complex than Lionel Messi's journey with Argentina. Messi arrived on the international scene in the mid-2000s, already being called Maradona's heir. A label that felt like a gift and a curse simultaneously. By his mid-20s, he had won 4 Ballon d'Or awards at Barcelona. He had rewritten the record books. But with Argentina, finals lost, tournaments surrendered, heartbreak compounded on heartbreak. 2007 Copa America final, lost. 2010 World Cup, quarter-final exit. 2014 World Cup final, lost to Germany in extra time. 2015 Copa America final, lost. 2016 Copa America final, lost on penalties. That night, Messi announced his international retirement. He came back. Argentina needed him and he answered the call. And then, in 2021, something shifted. At the Copa America, hosted in Brazil, Argentina defeated the host nation in the final. Messi finally had a major international trophy. He wept. An entire continent wept with him. But the story was not finished. The 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar will be remembered as one of the greatest tournaments in the history of the sport. Argentina opened with a shock defeat to Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Many wrote them off. Messi, 35 years old, playing in what everyone knew was his final World Cup, refused to let it end there. They recovered, they fought, they won and in a final against France that will be discussed for generations. A 3-3 draw after extra time, decided on penalties. Argentina were crowned world champions for the 3rd time. Messi was everywhere. He scored in the final. He scored from the penalty spot. He was named player of the tournament. He lifted the golden trophy. 36 years of waiting. Over. John. What makes Argentina exceptional is the culture from which their football grows. John. The Potrero, the informal street pitches of Buenos Aires, produces technically gifted, instinctive footballers from childhood. John. Argentine football demands creativity, individual brilliance, and an almost reckless belief in one's own ability. Tactically, Argentina under Lionel Scaloni evolved into a remarkably well-organized unit. Ja está. Ja. Hard to beat, dangerous on the counter, and able to absorb pressure while producing moments of individual genius. John. And crucially, they had Messi, the greatest player in the history of the sport, finally operating with the belief, the team, and the moment he deserved. Argentina's 2022 triumph was not just a sporting result, it was a cultural earthquake. John. Millions took to the streets of Buenos Aires in celebrations described as the largest in Argentine history. Across Latin America, football-loving communities shared the moment as their own. The story of Messi completing his journey, of a generational talent finally validated on the world stage, gave the sporting world one of its most powerful narratives in decades. It reminded every football fan everywhere what the beautiful game is capable of producing. Argentina have risen, fallen, and risen again. They have produced legends who transcended the sport itself. And in Lionel Messi, they found not just a player, but a symbol of perseverance. Proof that even the greatest talents must earn their destiny. 3 World Cups, countless Copa Americas, a legacy written in passion, pain, and pure football brilliance. John. But as a new generation of Argentine players steps forward, Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, Lautaro Martinez, the real question is, can they rise again, carry that golden legacy forward, and make history once more? Jan.